Okay, I am going to walk you through how to complete the activities for any of the lessons. Now, it helps if you watch the video instructions because that will help guide you. In this case, this week, here's lesson 1. So you complete the pre-course survey, and then you send me a link to your Google Drive and you download your student portfolio to that Google Drive. And there's your student portfolio over here. So now this video shows you how to actually work with your student portfolio, but I'll explain that again. The next thing you do is you complete this Gen AI activity, and that refers to this Gen AI activity. Each week there's going to be a Gen AI activity. So presumably you can create an account in Notebook. You'll need a non-Ontario Tech Gmail address to use it. You'll have to watch this video, and you can follow these instructions. Once you've experienced this and played around with it and learned from it and reflected on it, and you want to take some notes, you're going to pop over to this guide here and you're going to click on this. This is the prompt that you will copy into your chatbot. Let's just call it ChatGPT. That could be it. And you copy this and then you answer the questions because ChatGPT will start asking you questions. I've set it up this way. And then it will create a final output for you. Once it does that final output, you can copy and paste that final output here. And then you edit it. Make sure that it looks good, that it's easy to follow, that the spacing is good, that it's actually determining what you actually did, including your time spent. Okay, so that's the Gen AI activity from lesson 1, and then you reflect on it here. For your personal Gen AI project, you're going to take a look at some ideas. These are just to give you ideas. You can do what you want. And you're going to follow these instructions. You got a personal project, and you want to name this. And you create a title and a 1-paragraph description telling me what you're doing. Okay. And then you create a detailed plan with the chatbot. Now you're putting it in personal project last name, and you're going to work on your project. So once you've worked on it for a couple of hours, you're going to come back to the student portfolio. And this is your personal Gen AI project. I would put in your description, or you could simply put a link to this personal project 1 last name if you'd like. That's fine. So I know what your project is and I can take a look at it. Or you could copy and paste the title and a description. But again, you're going to use this prompt. You're going to copy this prompt in to ask you to reflect on your process and what you learned about your personal project. Again, it will produce a summary. You'll copy that summary, edit the summary, and make sure it looks good, and copy it in here. So the idea is I see what you learned. You're telling me what you learned. The third thing you're doing here is your community contributions. So I'm asking you to go to your student portfolio. Here it is, in-class contributions. Use this prompt. Copy this prompt. It will ask you questions, and then it will give you a summary. Copy that summary here so that I know what your in-class contributions were. In this case, you're going to find at least one useful resource. I'm giving you a template of how I want you to actually write it. So for example, if you happen to look at a cheat sheet, you found one, you would say the ultimate cheat sheet, you put the link there, and then you give me 1 or 2 sentences describing the cheat sheet so I know that you've looked at the reference. And finally, you want to share this resource with the rest of the class. So you're going to go here. You're going to go down to this guide. You're going to select what it is. Maybe it's a YouTube video. you're going to type in the name of the YouTube video first, right-click, insert the link, and then copy the link here so that you have a link to it. And then you're going to provide your description. You can use the same description that you copied here. It's just to share with the class so that they can decide whether that resource is useful for them. And that's a step-by-step guide of how these two are related.